Welcome to another Backyard Professor videos. I'm up at Birch Creek in the Lemhi River and the Lemhi Mountain Range and the Little Lost River Mountain Range. Just below the diamond. There's the diamond right there. It's just approaching sunset, September 3rd, 2008. Thought I'd get you a quick sunset real quick here. Quite a lovely evening. There's an interesting set of clouds, isn't it? I have some new information from John W. Welch. Legal Cases in the Book of Mormon. Brand new book, out just this week. And it's a whopper. It's 500 pages. I've read the first 4 or 5 chapters, and I am absolutely impressed with this approach. Totally unique. Very, very interesting. Only a lawyer would think like this, but based on the last 50 years of biblical research on biblical law and how the ancients thought about law being applied to the biblical record, and finding that these weird fictitious stories that supposedly were made up in the Bible are not really that at all. What we have here is an astonishing record of the way the ancients lived their life, the laws in their society, how they interacted with each other, and what they did, and why they did what they did. John Welch has been, in conjunction with several prominent biblical scholars, has been using their cases that they used in individual cases in the Bible, with Ruth, for instance, and Tamar, and various other different legal cases that the Bible has displayed. John puts the same type of analysis onto the legal cases in the Book of Mormon, and he finds remarkably interesting concepts and developments that we've never thought of before. It is an absolutely unique approach. He's been teaching this law in the Book of Mormon now at BYU since 1981. And he has written numerous papers, many of which I've read. He's always a careful, meticulous, powerful scholar. I am very impressed with this book. Tomorrow, I think what I'll do is I'll produce some videos and share with you some ideas of his interaction with various biblical scholars and their reaction to him presenting papers in scholarly venues and seminars about the legal cases of the Book of Mormon. The critics always argue that Mormons don't have their religious material on the Book of Mormon peer-reviewed. Oh yes, we do. John Welch certainly has in this new book. Very powerfully so. Some of the compliments that have been given him by various Bible scholars are absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to share that with you, and some of his research and ideas, and how he approaches the Book of Mormon text from a legality from an ancient world, and why it fits so well as opposed to the modern. He has an entire chapter showing the contrasts, comparisons, differences between law anciently and law today. And it couldn't be more stark. Very interesting how the Book of Mormon, once again, even from this angle, in case after case after case, shows that it is a genuine ancient text. And the concerns, the way they handled the legal situations, is based on ancient Near Eastern law. Well, it shows that. It's a very powerful testament to the text of the Book of Mormon. The other interesting thing that is so fascinating is he has many individual legal cases to explore in the Book of Mormon. Where would Joseph Smith have concocted all of this legal situations? Every one of them unique and interesting and fascinating, how it coincides with ancient law. How could Joseph Smith have known so much about ancient law, contrasting his legal issues in his day in the 1820s It's staggering how well the Book of Mormon holds up yet again on a completely unique angle. Something I wouldn't have thought of. That's what's impressing me so much with it. Very interesting materials. Once again, from another angle, the Book of Mormon delivers. We can explore it from as many angles as possibly imaginable, and it just keeps coming forth as a powerful witness for the ancient beliefs. His analysis of the Law of Moses is incredible. It's very interesting how the Book of Mormon stuck with that Law of Moses, and how in just the last 50 years, biblical scholars have now finally figured out what the Law of Moses is all about. It's very interesting. Now that they're turning back to the legal cases in the Bible and exploring it from the Law of Moses, the stories come alive. And the exact same situation happens with the Book of Mormon, of all things. It is simply delightful. So I'm looking forward to producing yet another series of videos on yet another phenomenal, unique, interesting approach to the Book of Mormon, and show how, once again, the Book of Mormon stands very strongly. It's almost beginning to be expected from my part every time I read new information coming out, the solid scholarship. Wait till you read what some of the other biblical scholars say about his work. It's pretty impressive. Very impressive. But that's John Welch for you. He's been one of my favorite LDS scholars for years and years and years. He's always careful, always meticulous, very thorough. Oh, his research in this book is simply second to none. It is superb. And he makes it simple for even a dunderhead like me to understand. I love his writings for that reason. So, here we go with yet again another view of the Book of Mormon. It just never stops. It is utterly astonishing. Very impressive.
Well, I'm out here enjoying some fishing. Doing pretty good. I've caught about 5 today. Look at those interesting looking clouds. Wow, are those cool. The wind shifted from the north to the south. Now these are the kind of clouds we're getting. That is very interesting looking, isn't it? I'm driving up the road to this place called Skull Canyon. I'm up behind the, I'm up on the other side of the diamond here in the Little Lost River area. The Lemhi River Range is what this is. They say this Skull Canyon is really impressive. I'm going to get up here and do some more videoing. But you can see it through my bug-infested windshield. This will be the Idaho version of the Valley of Lemuel that they found in Saudi Arabia. I'll drive up here and stop and do some videoing. They keep my bouncing to a minimal, but wow, this place is awesome. This is Skull Canyon, they call it. They say it's just sheer rock. You can see it's pretty rocky, alright. You can see the canyon walls going way up there. When I get up in here, I'll turn the camera on some more.